I'm gonna change my shirt. Haircut reveal. Do we like it? Should I wear a hat? I look like Theo Vaughn. Hello, you guys. Today I kind of just felt like talking. I am a very lonely person. I don't get out much. And I don't really talk to anybody in real life besides my boyfriend and my mom. So this is just going to be a stream of consciousness, me yapping. Yeah, that's it. Okay. First thing, what have I been thinking about lately? What am I overthinking about? Number one, I think I need to see a psychiatrist for chronic nostalgia. Lately, I've been feeling as though all of my depression and also anxiety revolves around stuff that happened in the past. I think I have some sort of PTSD, whatever. Sounds like a very simple, normal thing coming out of my mouth, but when you experience it the way that I experience nostalgia, it's crippling. I can't move forward because I'm constantly thinking about things that happened in my past. For example, I used to have friends. I, used to go to parties. I had a friend group and we were, pretty close. I would hang out with the same people all the time. I knew them since high school. Long story short, they just stopped inviting me to things. But I think a big part of it is I also started to drift away from them for a lot of reasons. They were a little older than me. This was a few years ago where I wasn't of age to drink yet, and they were. I was the youngest one in the friend group. I was like 3 years behind everybody, and I think that had a huge part in it. Obviously, they wanted to go out and drink all the time. They were all freshly 21 and wanted to go out and get drinks, and obviously I couldn't go. I wasn't gonna get a fake ID. It was just an awkward situation, I feel, on both parties. I don't know. A lot of stuff started happening at once. I stopped getting invited to things, but my boyfriend at the time was still getting invited to these things, and he would go without me. And it was just like a whole, weird, are these my friends anymore or not kind of thing. Without getting too much into drama of it or speculating, it just seemed like they started trying to make me out to be some weird person that I wasn't. Anyway, long story short, not friends with them anymore and haven't talked to them in years, but for some reason, every single time the weather starts to get the slightest bit nice out, all I want to do is have a friend. And that's when my mind immediately goes to my old friends and I get sad. But I know that I don't want to be friends with them now because we're so different. They're not the kind of people that I want to associate myself with. Just for political reasons or whatever, and just because I know how they've made me feel in the past, and I don't want to rekindle that because I'm afraid of getting my feelings hurt in the same way. And it's just been too long where it feels unnatural and awkward, and it's time for me to make new friends. It's been years and I haven't made a single new friend. Maybe on the internet I've made a couple, but I haven't made a single new friend since exiting that friend group. And I feel chronically lonely a lot, and I feel like that's why I'm stuck in this chronic nostalgia loop of, just thinking about all those people. The feelings are so confusing to navigate because I have a lot of negative feelings about those people, but at the same time, I just miss the friendships. And I think I don't necessarily miss those people. I miss the feeling of belonging somewhere, and I miss the feeling of having people to hang out with. But when I really, really think down to it, really, really think about it, I never really felt like I belonged, even when I was with those people. They never made me feel like I was a part of their group. I always felt like some weird extension, and I always felt like some outsider, even though I was technically in the friend group. I never felt like I really actually was in on everything, in on the inside jokes and the drama and what was going on. I've never been included in any of those things in that way. I think I just crave friendship lately. I feel like in a lot of ways I try to put that onto my boyfriend. I want him to be my best friend and talk girl stuff with him and whatever, but yes, in a way, your significant other is your best friend, and he is my best friend, but I crave more feminine energy in my life. The only other feminine energy I get is my mom. My mom doesn't really get a lot of stuff that I'm into, or, we don't relate on everything. She's not like a Gen Z, or I can't talk brain rot with her. So yeah, that's where I'm at currently with why I've been so depressed. The past couple years, I've just been lonely. I'm just really lonely. And I think a lot of it has to do with closure too. It's not like when you end friendships like that, there's ever one conversation where it's okay, this is over now. It just kind of ended. And I've never talked to those people since, and we never talked about it. And I think that lingers in my head. I never got closure for those friendships. What would that even look like. Closure is such a weird concept because how do you have a conversation with somebody about, hey, this is why we're parting ways and never seeing each other ever again? That is so weird. And like in relationships too, I feel like I have that with past situationships, other past friendships. Closure is so weird. We all crave it. We all crave closure, but what does that really look like to us? I feel like us wanting closure is more so an excuse to string those people along and keep them close, because at the end of the day, what do we want out of closure? We want to keep things nice. We want to pack things away neatly and tightly in a box. I think a lot of us, when we think about having a conversation about closure, really we don't want the parting of ways. We just want another conversation because we don't want those relationships to end. That's why we crave this closure conversation, especially with exes. I just wish they would have given me closure. I wish I would have known why. But what would that have done? If you met up with someone that you no longer talk to, or that you've broken up with, or that you're not friends with anymore, you crave that so bad, but you're meeting up with someone that you don't want to talk to anymore, or that doesn't want to talk to you anymore. So I think this idea of some big closure moment is just us wanting to still be attached to that person, even if it's for one more hour, or we want to hang out with them one more time, we want to be with them one more time. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need to move past that. That's really hard. We need to move forward. My question with that though, how do I move forward? I feel like I have been living in my head about the past for the last 4 years. I feel like I haven't gained any new experiences, friendship memories. I haven't gained anything significant like that since those friendships. I want to feel like my life is full again. I want to feel like I have stuff going on. Not that I want drama, but I want substance in my life. I don't have anything going on ever. I fear that I have protected my peace so goddamn hard, where my life is so radio silent. There's no chaos. Is it toxic that I want chaos again, or that I want drama again, or that I want something else to talk to other than my goddamn mental health? I feel like all I talk about with my mom, with my boyfriend, is how I'm doing with my emetophobia, my agoraphobia. We talk about past friendships and how sad we are. I'm so tired of that. I want something else to talk about. Oh, she said what to who, and he said what to who. Is that toxic of me that I want drama? All I talk about and think about on a daily basis is things of my past, how I want to decorate my apartment. I constantly overthink about ways to make money. Those are the things that I'm stressed about. Side note, I did my nails. Can you see? I did my nails. New nails. I started doing my own gel X at home. I feel like I could make a video about me doing them. So I'm not a licensed nail tech or professional, but I did teach myself how to do these and I quite love it. It's so fun. I can change it up anytime I want. I want to get more stuff to be able to do crazy nail art and whatnot. Low-key, I also miss not caring what I put in my body. Silly as that sounds, I'm so glad that I care about my health and I take care of myself and I eat my protein and I drink my water. I'm so glad I do those things because I know that it's gonna make me hopefully live till I'm 167, but I also miss the times where I just didn't give a frick because I feel like I was the most carefree and had more fun. I really don't drink anymore. I used to have a nicotine addiction and low-key miss vaping. That's fucking terrible. I'm not gonna start vaping again, at least nicotine. I might get some non-nicotine vapes just to have for fun, if I want to have a glass of wine and have a little non-nicotine vape. I don't smoke weed anymore. I haven't done that in 5 years. I do have these herbal cigarettes that don't have tobacco or anything bad. They're mugwort and lavender. I do have those that I'll smoke a little herbal cigarette on occasion. I watched Emma Chamberlain's podcast yesterday about oral fixation and it made me realize that my current oral fixation is chewing on the fucking inside of my mouth so goddamn intensely until I'm bleeding and swollen and have multiple canker sores across my cheeks. It's really bad. I have one right now. Low-key want to get those flavored toothpicks that she was talking about because that sounds fun. Ow. That sounds fire. I also just miss having a vape and I'm really trying so hard not to fall into that. If you see me with a vape at any point, just know it's zero nicotine, okay? I'm not doing that shit again. Are ripples any good? Tell me what I should get. If I don't get mouth cancer from vaping, I'm gonna get mouth cancer from actually eating myself from the inside out. Fucking ridiculous. know why someone's pacing back and forth in front of my fucking window right now. Sometimes I hate living on a first floor because people just walk by my window and can look inside. My bed used to be right here. Where I'm sitting right now, my bed used to be right here. And one time I ordered DoorDash and the DoorDash guy was looking for my apartment and literally looked in my window while I was butt-ass naked on my bed after a shower. Butt naked, okay? Picking at my fucking like ingrown hairs on my legs. That's fucking nasty. But anyway, the DoorDash guy looked right in, saw my full cooch, and I was like, thank you so much for my chilies. Anyway, things that I've accomplished recently. I am this close to setting up a primary care doctor by myself. I just need to make the appointment. But I did fix my health insurance all by myself at the ripe age of 22. People make that shit out to be so hard, and I think the hardest part about it is just starting it, just doing it. Also, I redid my desk area yesterday, and I just want to show you. It's nothing like really, you can't even really see it. I think it looks better than it did. If you guys want an apartment tour, that's gonna have to wait a little bit because I need to finish stuff first. I started redoing a bunch of shit at the same time, but we're almost there. I finished like the majority of it. Now it's just finding little pieces of decor or whatever. I've lived in the same apartment for 5 years, but I got the itch a little while ago to just get rid of everything and redo the entire thing. Within the last 6 months, I've gotten like all new furniture, like whatever. I mean, all for cheap. I don't really have the money for that. Grateful that I got sent a new couch for free. Like, oh my God, so thankful. So thankful and grateful because I don't have anything else going for me in life. And the only thing I look forward to these days is my apartment. Yes, I just farted. My dog and my cat are over there. Aww. I don't know, guys. That's the only thing really making me sad lately is just like wanting friends and not knowing what to do about it. I have to fix my car. I'm still in the process of fixing my car because the check engine light keeps coming on, so I haven't been able to get my car on the road. I just got it fixed. I just spent like $500 getting my car fixed because I had to get all new catalytic converters. It came back, the light was off. I was so excited. I was gonna go get it inspected. I was taking it for a couple laps around my neighborhood just to make sure the light didn't come back on. It was all good for weeks. And then we had a parking ban on my street when it snowed a couple weeks ago. I went to go move my car off the street into a parking lot and the light came on. So I had my dad come with like the little computer thingy that you plug into the car. It says that I need to change the O2 sensors now, which is essentially connected to the catalytic converters. So since I got new cats, I also need new O2 sensors. I'm learning stuff about cars. It is also a mission of mine to be an independent little lady that knows a lot about cars. I have 2 older brothers that both work on cars for a living, or did. But yeah, it is a goal of mine to know about cars. I know about cats. I know about O2 sensors now. I know where the windshield wiper fluid goes. I know how to check my oil. Probably could change my tire if I really needed to. I know how to open my hood. I have a 2005 Nissan Xterra, all black. She's beautiful. My car has a tendency to get SMOD, the strawberry milkshake of death, as it gets older. Mine thankfully has not had one of those issues. Knock on wood, but it's basically when something with transmission fluid gets mixed with antifreeze and it creates this like pink milky liquid in the transmission. I don't know, the radiator, whatever. I don't know. See, I know what I'm talking about and I don't know what I'm talking about at the same time. And people who know about cars are gonna be like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. That's what I heard. I have to check every so often and make sure I don't have a pink smoothie situation happening under my hood, which I don't. I thankfully don't. I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I didn't get my license until I was like 18. I was one of those seniors in high school that was still taking the bus, and it was really embarrassing because when you're a senior in high school and everybody else in your grade is driving their own cars to school and parking in their cute little parking spot in the morning, they just feel so cool and they can leave whenever they want and they can get coffee in the morning. That was not me. I was taking the big ass yellow school bus as a senior, and it was really embarrassing because there was only freshmen on my bus. I was the only senior. It was really awkward every day. I hate to say that that traumatized me, but I feel like it did a little bit. My first day of senior year, I was so embarrassed that people in my grade were seeing me get on the bus that I started walking home. And then this kid that I knew who was in my grade saw me walking home and pulled over and picked me up and brought me home. He was even secondhand embarrassed for me. I also didn't have any friends in my grade. All of my friends had graduated already. You guys, I kind of want a new piercing. I kind of want to get a septum piercing, and I kind of want to get more ear piercings. Tell me if that would look ugly on me or not. I went to Marshall's after Valentine's Day and I found the Billie Eilish, the number 2, the Billie Eilish poop perfume. It smells really good. Anyway, that was my little rant. I don't know what I'm doing today, but I already took my dog for a walk earlier, so he's all tuckered out, which is nice. So I just kind of have nothing to do. Probably gonna edit this and upload it right away. I feel like I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck what I post, and I just want to post what I want when I want. Thank you for letting me yap to you about what is just on my mind today, and it felt really good to get that out. I feel like I can kind of move on with my day now. Thank you so much for listening, and let me know what else you want to see. Okay, I love you. Bye.